Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
What? Where's Bill at? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? What's up, everybody? It's Jonesy, your favorite comic book guy, and I am subbing in for Bill for today's weird, fantastic toy adventures. It's going to be really weird because there's no Bill. So it's just me here. I've seen we've already got some people in the comments, so let's check up here. We've got... Rolo coming on in. That is great. I've got Manic Plastic Toy Shop coming in as well. Rolando Flores, nice to see you. Very, very cool. So, yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff going on, all kinds of people here. So I'm going to start rolling some guests in here shortly. Let's start with Mr. Michael Purvis. Hello, good morning, sir.
What's up? Doing all right?
Yeah, you're looking great. I was happy you could join me. I'm here in the hot seat today. I'm learning how to do all the bells and switches and whistles and moving all the stuff around, getting a little taste of what Bill does.
Yeah.
It's a little wild. But we've got Rolo here in the green room, so I'm going to add Rolo in here. Here we go.
All right.
There we are. Holy that man is going on here.
What's going on here? I'm just here to do the same what I did with Bill, go through with you to your first stream and
awesome.
be supportive as much as I can.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
And as
I have no idea what I'm doing.
So. Face anymore. I try to put on my good Sunday face today.
You're looking great, man.
I just come from the church, and that always happens when I come from the church.
Did you turn into a bat? Well, I didn't have much for a plan. It was just going to be kind of an open mic or a Sunday hangout. I'm really just trying to get some practice in to learn how to do this myself and to help Bill keep his watch hours up so he's not missing any time here. So yeah, we can discuss whatever you fellas would like to discuss or do whatever y'all would like to do.
I really have a topic.
Oh, awesome.
because I got myself together and got for a kind of a last toy hunt before I'm going to confrontate starting with Tuesday all this surgery stuff. I mean, I'm gonna pass all June and July in hospitals. There's 3 surgeries set up, and no one knows what it's going like. And I wanted to toy hunt one more time before this happens. So I went out at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm back with a lot of stuff here.
Awesome.
I have comics, I have figures, I have vintage, I have even vinyl here. So whatever you want to discuss there.
Man.
Oh, absolutely. Let's dig into whatever you got, man.
Yeah, well, the first thing you have already seen, I couldn't pass that fully sculpted mask. That is an original from a pretty famous sculptor here in Mexico. And you can see this is old new stock. This is not
Yeah.
existing anymore. They used to do movie props. As you might know, a lot of the Hollywood movies are produced in the meantime in Mexico City, and they used to supply a lot. So this is Monster, what it is called, Monster House,
Okay.
and it's a really nice piece as I thought, right?
Okay,
And
that's cool.
the guy that I got it off, he really didn't know what he had, so he gave me that for 10 Mexican pesos, which is around 50 cents.
Oh wow, you got that for a steal, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that mold. That is
Yeah.
really impressive. And what I like is that's a full mask, so it is
Yeah.
really molded up to the neck. And there's a lot what you can do with that kind of stuff, right?
No, I love
It's-
the eyes on it. The eyes
It
on it
is
really
just
haunt you.
wicked. It is
Yeah.
just wicked.
Yeah,
right?
that is really cool.
No, and for that kind of price, I couldn't pass it away, right? And then
Yeah,
I found
there you go.
another piece where I just could not believe it. And yeah, well, whenever it comes to vinyl, of course, you have to check if everything is good inside. But this
Right.
LP appears never to be played, right? And I love it.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I get it out. Right. It's a Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. But it's the Mexican edition, although everything is written in English, right? And
Huh.
also
Huh.
the inside, I mean, look that shit,
Yeah.
right? And here's the back. Everything is written in English. Nothing says that it is Mexican, apart from that little stripe here that says "Hecho en Mexico," made in Mexico. But literally, it's the original soundtrack, and it's in an awesome state, right? Hey, Ozzy. So I found that, and I like
That
it.
is cool.
I mean, I don't even have a player, but this is a piece that I don't see too much, right? So I
Yeah, I
just got
wonder, does anybody have a record player anymore, or do we all just stream now? Like,
yeah. Well, I used to have a lot of records. I sell them all when I moved to Mexico because it was just impractical to send them all over. Too much
Right.
money, right? And that's when I got out of this. But I never lost my love for vinyl, right?
no, there's something about I was a rock drummer for many, many years, and when I first started to learn to play, I had this really bitchin' stereo set with some big speakers, and one of my favorite sounds in the world was putting that record needle on. You hear that little and then I'd run behind the drum set and wait, and then the song would start. But I loved that sound as a kid, man. That was
Me
just
too.
just total, nostalgia.
And if
Yeah.
it comes if you're a musician, well, you know that the vinyl is able to capture a depth of sound that modern media is not able to project, right? Because it's all
Absolutely.
and starting with the CD, right, which is still very simple, but it's compromised, right? So it's broken down to data, and you lose whiteness, and with all that, I also think we lost kind of this theme albums where people really played around for 45 minutes with all that the range has to give, like left and right, coming from behind, and I don't know what. And this is everything that digital cannot picture.
Right.
Digital is very
No.
comfortable to carry it around to listen to your music, and I don't know what, but
Sure.
it's not the same experience.
Yeah, it is amazing. I can stick a gazillion songs in my phone, but like I can't walk around with a big stack of records. Like it's not as practical.
I still have my MTV LP bag here,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Where you know that you had these bags, these side bags where actually the albums fit in, right?
Sure.
Like they call them DJ bags or whatever. And I have an MTV one
Oh wow. Well, that is so cool. Yeah, when I first started out listening to music, my uncle, for I think it was a 12th birthday or 13th birthday, he found a stack of records in a dumpster, or like right by a dumpster,
Oh yeah.
and he brings home this just and hands it to me, and I'm telling you what's in there, man. Like frickin' Iron Maiden, Twisted Sister, Led
Man.
Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, Kiss. Like, I mean, it had a
you're
who's
talking-
who.
You're talking the right stuff. I found this guy, and this is my
Yeah.
official first
we gotta-
Kiss item here.
We
I
gotta
never
put that up
had
all
it.
the way.
It's my first official Kiss item here.
That is cool. You got the freaking spaceman.
And I couldn't pass him up neither.
No, that is awesome.
It's in a good state. It's not that old. Let's say it's from 1994, but
Sure.
it's in a nice condition. And again, it was dang cheap. Literally,
Right.
I bought it together with the Bugs Bunny, and I paid off $25 for both of them. And the Bugs Bunny I want to show off later on because it's a celebration piece, and I really love it.
I'm a big Looney Tunes fan, so you have me there for sure. That is cool.
I found awesome stuff today. I was lucky. Yeah, we were far to be at the end here. I have comics. I have comics. Whenever you
Awesome.
want
Oh, I
to
can't wait to see those.
give your
Susudio
reference.
was saying she has some latex Kiss masks. Those have to be pretty cool.
Oh, Susie.
That has to be really cool.
Yeah.
Susie is
Better
a
than-
great picker, right? And it happens the same with OBS. Those two girls find or have stuff that you really won't expect girls to have. Let's say it like
Sure.
that.
So, Mr. Mike, are you a big music fan, or you had any favorite bands or anything like that?
I'm kind of like all over the place. You know, like
OG.
Iron Maiden, Cannibal Corpse. You know, I mean, some of the newer stuff's all right, but it's not the same.
Right. No, I'm with you there. I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of the new stuff. I think I'm showing my old guy stripes. My kids try to talk to me about music, and I'm like, back in my day.
Yeah.
I always say that's not music, that's noise, and there's a
Right.
difference in it.
Right. Well, no, my parents would say some of the stuff I listened to was a little noisy.
Yeah.
And there's another point that comes through it, right? They come home, like my daughter and Tete, Dad, have you listened to that new song? Yeah, I've listened to it. It was at the beginning of the 80s. You stole it and you ruined it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, I've come home from school and I caught my parents listening to my Guns N' Roses, or caught my parents listening to Metallica or Nirvana. My kids have never caught me listening to their stuff. You know, that ain't gonna happen.
Goji, I have to
Yeah.
give Goji that in Mexico it is rare to see Kiss merchandise, and it's not very common in Germany neither. Although they were very, very popular in Germany at their time, but it's just not that all this stuff swept over.
Sure.
So when they were coming to concerts, of course you could buy your merchandise, but it's not like in the States that you. I know how Gene Simmons is doing that thing. I know it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, I think every time someone says the word Kiss, he finds a quarter.
Oh yeah. Well, so you want to tell me that Prince paid off? Probably that's the reason why he disappeared. He couldn't pay off anymore.
Yeah, they're the artist formerly known as Prince. Is that who we're talking about here?
AKA the symbol.
The symbol. There we go. There we go. Now she's got right up my alley here. We've got a Batman cowl from the Michael Keaton era. Now that's speaking right to my childhood. I was a big Michael Keaton fan as a kid.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm Batman. And you know, I'd probably be walking around the house even at my age right now wearing that damn thing, trying to scare my kids.
Oh yeah.
Cape and all.
No doubt. No doubt. I already was like growing out, but when that movie came out, But it really caught me up, right? And I
Well,
was
sure.
like, and I was so thrilled, and all the advertisement that they did for it. I even went buy some shirts before, and went as an already 17 years old guy with a full gear to the movie, and it didn't disappoint at all.
Well, the one thing I'd want to add about that movie is I think that's the first time a live action Batman was kind of given that darker edge to it, and it was a unique look. I think most people at the time, equated Batman to Mike or Adam West, and they just
Yeah,
thought of it as
Romero,
campy and-
Romero. I'm a Joker guy, but you're right. That's everything that I saw till that point.
Right. And so like they didn't know that it could have a different theme or a different vibe to it. And I do think now we've kind of gone the wrong direction, in my opinion. Now the Batman movies have gotten a little too dark, and it would be fun to come back a step from there. I mean, I'm not saying go all the way back to Adam West, but god dang, we don't need to be Batman in the rain for 20 minutes walking slowly to Nirvana music every 10 minutes in the movie.
No,
That's just my opinion.
no,
Yeah,
I totally agree.
It's not the same. It's just too dark anymore.
Well, right, and it's like we went to the theater to see it. I took my kids, my wife, and my father-in-law. We all made a family excursion to see this new Batman, and I wanted it to be good. I wanted to like it. I wanted to give it an open mind and give it a chance.
On
But
a
it's like,
family movie.
yeah, there's probably about 50 minutes of that movie you didn't even need. Like it's just him walking in slow motion. Dun, 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 dun,
That new one?
and it's like, man.
Well, I at least was happy that this movie didn't carry too much of political enforcement. Let's say it like that.
Sure,
But
sure.
you're absolutely right. No, it's absolutely unnecessary, and this is something that I always repeat, and that applies for this movie for me at least. Is the same, right? I go to the movies to get some entertainment. I want distraction. That's the same way why I collect toys, because it's the most goddamn innocent thing that you can find. And this is what I just need at that moment where the times are so squared. And almost anybody of us has tremendous personal situations going on. So this is not what I want. I
Right.
know that it's dark outside. I see that I live that, right? I just want to get good entertainment, please.
Well, and to me, I want to suspend my suspension of disbelief. And so I want to watch this and believe this guy in the bat suit is for real. And this is
All
a
right.
real place, and this is really happening. Now, a couple things that took me out of it right away. The first fight scene you get with Batman, and he walks in with all the little alley punks, and and they got him, and he jumps on one of them and he just starts piss pounding him. Now, to me, if you've got to hit a guy 100 times, you don't hit hard. You don't know how to punch. You don't know what you're doing. You
What's
should only
wrong?
have to hit a guy like that once, and that should be it.
And
Especially if
it's
your name is
Batman.
if you're
Exactly. And it's
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, he should
Right.
pop that guy one time, and that guy should just be.
And again, I'm a
done.
Joker guy, right? But
Mhm.
they did the same with the two characters, right? And with the former Joker movies, really, they kind of make them naked, right? They're supposed to be heroes. I don't need the problems behind of that, because that makes me lose, as you say, the belief in the undisputable hero. And this is what this is what I want to see. My God, who believed Rambo is winning the Afghan war alone? Nobody did that, but it was a good piece of entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, and they did that well enough where when he pulled a freaking arrow out and shot down a helicopter, I was in.
You see,
like, dude, this
you
guy's
see,
bomb,
yeah, that's it. I even bought a crossbow for that reason.
Right. Yeah, he took out an aircraft with a freaking stick. And I didn't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with Batman hitting like a weenie.
And that's what I always say. You don't have a problem, and it's simply not right what they try to press on all of us, like like this is all necessary and this is all new. No, we had so much diversity. Talking Star Trek, for example, already in the '60s going on, right, where the staff was absolutely mixed. So, is that something that would be the topic? No.
Well,
Is that something that you go and discuss or what? If a movie is good, I don't care how the main character looks like, right? And I've seen young white blokes dressing up as Black Panther, and I've seen black young blokes dressing up as Spider-Man, and that's the way it should be, because they on their own way identify that, and they don't see it.
Well, to me, none of that matters. Like, people were mad about, I guess, the guy that was cast as Commissioner Gordon, African American, and I thought he did a great job. I enjoyed him in the movie. I didn't. The last thing I noticed was that his race. That didn't bother me at all.
No.
One thing I would say, though, if we're talking about all inclusive and people, not being left behind, hey, how about some ginger representation? Gordon was a freaking redhead. For example, every time they put him in a movie, he's not a redhead anymore. It's like, how come all my redheaded buddies are like, hey, dude.
All I want to say is that I don't need any type of political issues in any movie. No. I don't need distraction. I don't need to be forced on. I don't need unnecessary drama. No, I pay my bucks to get distracted. I don't want to see my hero getting broken. I don't want to see Teela having 20 minutes discussions with Evelyn about relationships. I don't want to see all that thing, because it's not meant to be like that.
Well, to take a footstep in another direction, but in the same point that you're making, I'll take you back to the 1990 machine, way back in the early 90s, when Bane was the new Batman villain. Now, my buddy Mark Ramos out in San Diego, California, Mark Ramos was Mexican, so he was Latino. He was real big fan of Bane, because, hey, check this out, there's some representation. I think Bane was Cuban or whatever, but to Mark, that was close enough. You know what I mean?
Latin.
We got my guy.
We are all a community here, yeah.
Right. So we got some representation. He was happy for that, and I do see where they put the right character in the right place, the right way. It worked with the lucha libre mask that Bane had going on there,
exactly. But Bane was a great villain.
He was
in that movie. Sorry, right? Maybe the most threatening one that I've seen so far. Right? Where you really think, where I don't see a way for Batman getting out of this.
Right?
How he's gonna and was the topic there? That he is Latin?
No, that wasn't even discussed.
No,
it didn't need.
It's given. Everybody that knows the lore knows that,
right?
And that's all right. That's all right.
But I do know that meant something to my buddy Mark.
Of
that when Bane first appeared on the comics, that hey, we had a guy there that's he's one of our people,
And I won't deny that, right? Neither. I'm also a foreigner, right? And how is 99% of the representation of my folks in Hollywood movies. So when I see something different, or I see somebody like Christoph Waltz getting picked up there, I feel collected as well. I won't deny it. I embrace it, right? I say, "Right, nice, thank you."
Marvel's kind of who they have, in there, like the guy that sold Tony Stark strawberries and the dude on Ant-Man that was telling stories. I mean, like, who else did they got? Like they didn't. I can't think of any representation on the Marvel side of things, except maybe when they got to the TV and they did the what was it, is it Miss Marvel or Marvel Girl or whoever it was. I didn't see that, but
yeah, good on you. It got me. I was forced on it when I remember this. I was forced on it when I got on a bus between Cuernavaca and Mexico City, which is around 120 minutes travel, and I will always show a movie. look, guys, they show movies on regular buses in Mexico and they have Wi-Fi for the same price, just to be mentioned. I was
cool.
forced on that movie, and I went out so angry out of the bus that the first thing that I did is attack somebody completely unguilty, right? I was so pissed, right? What? Get out of my way! They just ruined. What?
That's funny.
Oh no, good on you that you haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, I have no interest either. I mean, I remember I
that's a
had
sad theme too, my friend. That's a sad theme too. That happens to me with Star Wars, for example, right? I have to admit at the first place that I always was more a Trekkie than Star Wars, but I grew up with Star Wars and I always loved it. And I rewatched the movie and get them from Blockbuster like 20 times when I was young, right? So
Sure.
I'm not much different there, right? When they tell me today, oh, there is this new Star Wars series coming out or whatever, I'm not even interested anymore, right? And if they would tell me, okay, we go back to a 10th movie and we will reboot it or whatever, it would need a lot to catch my interest after all that has happened. It's just like, okay, I'm not willing to bother myself anymore. It's over that. And then it's when it's getting really dangerous now. And we all know that. When our wife is still arguing with us, we're kind of in the green, right? But if she's got them saying nothing, things are getting really dangerous. And that's the point where I am. I'm just not interested. Right?
Right. But Shaitan's Hammer brought up a point here that Batman has become too grounded and that he blames Chris Nolan for the trend. He likes his superheroes larger than life.
I just commented and had a little discussion with our friend Comic Collector, and I just mentioned that in one of his streams that I think that Chris Nolan is part of the problem and not part of the solution. Although I have to mention that when I first knocked into Dark Knight, which was a complete different phase of my life, and obviously I was 25 years younger, right. I liked it. But if I go, but if I go back to it, and I just did, I say, oh man, there is a lot of stuff.
A lot of plot holes. You know, the thing that got me the biggest one, because I was really looking forward to, I'm a big Two-Face guy. And so I was looking forward to the Two-Face setup. And that he dies off some tiny little fall that I don't think should have killed anybody. You know, like, I don't get it. Like, it seemed like a waste to me. I thought you could hit the next movie running with Two-Face, and that would have been great.
Especially with this mask that they made there, right? I mean, this was not right. This was not CGI.
No,
this was perfectly made stuff, man. This was so
like
flawless. Exactly. And I would have, exactly just like you say, I would have loved to seen that Harvey Dent in the next movie, like a couple of years later, when all the things with the time has aged, became violent, and I don't know what stuff, but that what,
Two-Face is my favorite Batman villain, and I think it's just it takes me back to that special place when I was a little kid. I remember reading my Two-Face comic book, and it's just a stupid dialogue like it's a two-part plan. We're gonna rob the Second National Bank of the $2 bills, and we'll strike at 2 a.m. You know, like, it's a stupid stuff, but I don't know, it just grabbed me.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely attracting. I just put down my video for a while because Mexican data, jungle internet.
I hear you.
Probably it's a Sunday. They're not drumming at the moment. They're having breakfast. So I don't.
Sure. Well, what I think we should do here for a second, we'll take a quick commercial break, and if you're up for it, Rollo, I'd love to see those comic books.
Oh yeah, my friend. Indeed.
All right. Well, we will take a minute here. If anybody needs to see a man about a horse or do anything wild, you got about a minute and 13 seconds. We'll check us out, our sponsors.
And now these messages. He-Man, He-Man. Who's the big guy with the muscles?
He's He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Skeletor is his enemy.
Here's He-Man, Skeletor, and Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together.
You're doomed, He-Man.
Oh, yeah? Watch this action, Dad. Now I have the power.
He-Man and Skeletor each sold separately. Castle Grayskull also sold separately from the Masters of the Universe collection from Mattel.
As evening approaches Toothopolis, so do the cavity creeps.
Oh, no! Cavity creep!
Hurry, the crest's up.
Cavity creep spotted.
We make holes in teeth.
Press the Florist can will fix them.
Not crest!
Yay! Crest!
Watch treats
See your dentist.
and fight the cavity creeps like the Crest team.
Fight cavities with Crest.
Man, I am having fun playing with all these little switches and bells and whistles that Bill's got set up here.
And you're doing it good. You're doing it good.
Well, he gave me a quick 411 on how to manipulate a lot of this stuff. And, I told him I wasn't going to embarrass him. If I could go on here and do a good show, then we're going to go on and do a good show. And if I can't do it right in practice, then I'm not going to do it.
You're the best, Bill,
Oh, awesome.
that I've ever seen, right?
Well, I hope he watches this back and he's
Yeah, he
glad that
does. He
that
comments wildly on the channel here. So
I hope
don't
that he's
worry.
glad that he let me have the keys to the kingdom for a day here and got to play around with all his little toys.
I can tell you one thing about that hard bone, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. He knows what he's doing because he's been around. And he still is.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I like sitting under that guy's learning tree.
Exactly.
A little bit.
Don't worry. If he get what I want to say, if he's giving you the keys, is because he knows that you're ready to ride the bike, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't hand that out to you.
Right.
As
Well,
simple
yeah.
as that.
When he made me the administrator on here, and he told me, yeah, you could start broadcasts, or you could create one, or you could add yourself in, or bring people, and I was like, are you sure you want to let me do that? And he was like, well, Joneser, you do know with great power comes great responsibility. And I was like,
You won't let
one.
me do that, but you're a kind of a responsible person. So yeah, I would do the
Well, I
same.
mean, he knew I wouldn't do anything to embarrass him or to hurt his brand.
No.
Or to send him backward in any way. I only want to see Bill reach his 1,000 subscribers and get monetized and
That's all
be
we
able
want.
to achieve his dreams. And
Yeah.
and I got a benefit out of it too, because I get to learn how this all works and how to do this. So I'm having some fun.
So
Well,
I found that comic stand there in the morning, and it was a young bloke, and he had everything for 15 pesos, and he had just like stacks, and I went through them. So I still have to say, although I speak a pretty fluent Spanish, right? And I do watch by now the majority of my movies in Spanish because I'm watching them with someone or what, no? But I don't like to read Spanish too much, so I'm looking for American comics because German comics you won't find here, right? That's just a bullshit. So I still found something. And there is old stuff, media stuff, the first comic mystery pack in my life unboxed that I bought there, and a completely sealed comic.
Oh, cool.
What do you want to see first?
I'd like to see it all, man.
And I bought some typical Mexican comics. Well,
Sure.
very
And Rolo, before we get too far in our day today, too, PM me your address. I'll send you a little something.
all right, sir. I appreciate that, but well, we come at the end to that. I want to say something at the end to that.
Sure.
I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, no problem.
So you wanna start with vintage?
Sure. I love the old stuff.
I found that.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
1992.
Wow.
With nice ad work. I always love the ads. Of course, it's a Dark Horse comic. You all know they're still going on or ongoing, as you say. But I mean, look that.
No, that is cool.
And it's for laying around just like that. It's in a pretty good condition. It's in English, and in the end, I just want to rate it. Right.
Right.
So I found that guy, and as I say, 15 pesos. That is something like 70 cents, right? For all and everything. So got this one here. That is not that old, I guess, but it's kind of all old new stock. And as I like the character, I wanted to give a shot at that.
Sure. I love
Right.
that cover.
So it's a Venom comic. I still didn't have any look into it. It seems to be the new style. But yeah, let's see, right? And then I bought this mystery pack, which is the first comic mystery pack in my life, where I still don't know what's in it. I just know it's 5 comics.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I thought 5 comics for 15 pesos. That cannot be wrong. Do we want to open that?
That's up to you, my friend. That's up to you.
Oh, if that is, you're the master of disaster here. You want to take your time? I'm going to get it out.
Sure. I'd love to see what you got in there.
Me too. That's why it's a mystery box. I always thought it's a like kind of a waste. But yeah, when you get them for 15 pesos, you can give it a go, and it's kind of thrilling. I'm just not trying to break that beautiful bag because it has amazing artwork.
Sure. And Mike, there, while Rolo's working on that, if you want to get some stuff together that you could show off that you're for selling on your toy site or whatnot, or anything you want to plug, once we finish up looking at what Rolo's got, we could showcase some of your items.
All right. We got Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that it's not that bad. We have, oh God, that looks terrible. It's in issue number 1, but just the cover looks terrible. I don't know what it is. It is Fantastic Four.
Oh, Ben getting married to Alicia.
Oh God.
I'm actually a fan. I love me some Fantastic Four, but yeah, that's probably
I
not
love
the most,
Fantastic Four. I love the Thing, right? No,
probably not the most exciting cover I've ever seen of the Thing, though. That's for sure.
God. Oh, cool. That is cool here. We got Spider-Man via Deadpool, issue number 39. The truth about the Parkers with a really cool cover.
That is awesome.
That is a nice cover. That's like 50 style.
I bet that's going to be a good read, too, because anytime Spider-Man and Deadpool kind of pal around together, it's a lot of fun.
All right, we got another treat here. We got Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 3, with Captain America here on the cover.
Oh, that looks cool. Is that the Rhino there in the background?
Yeah, that's the Rhino.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Rhino is a fun villain.
And then we got something that we got mentioned here today before, and in another conclusion, we got Black Panther issue 10.
Very cool.
Right. I'm happy for that. Right. There's a lot of comic for not a lot of money. And finally I found, and this is English here. And I have to say I kind of missed the series. I know it was in existence, but I have not paying too much attention, as when it ran on the TV, I was right in my studies, right?
Sure.
So at the university. I know it is existing. But I have been told in the meantime that it might be not that bad. And this one is a complete paperback bound of all the comics that Batman Brave and Bold.
I bet you that's going to be very enjoyable. I loved that animated series, to be honest with you, and that
People
kind
tell
of
me
was
that.
more to like what we were saying earlier about getting Batman a step backward and not quite as dark, and going a little bit out of the shadow and a little back more into a happy medium.
Someone custom made that figure.
So, and James Tucker Miller did a lot of good stuff, right? And I'm happy to read that, right? It is still sealed, as you can see.
Yes,
Why
sir.
is that? Because obviously somebody ordered it here, and it came the wrong language, right? We're in the
Okay.
middle of Mexico, and they never touched it, and it was in that bunch of 15 pesos, so 70 cents.
So somebody's lost your gain, my friend.
Yeah, well, I hope I will have a lot of reading fun because I will carry all that stuff with me to the hospital.
Oh,
And,
that's awesome. I love that to read really occupies a fella's mind.
Oh yeah,
You know,
At
it
least
takes
for
you
me.
out of it.
At least for me. I'm a big
For
reader
myself as
still.
well. I'm a big reader, and I love to go away for a little while and walk into someone else's world.
Well, and then I have these original Mexican comics where it was also 5 comics for 15. I just bought them for historical interest. They just stopped producing, but they have been around here since the 1950s, and it's called El Mimin. And I don't know if you really wanna see it. Let's see. But what's nice is well, the back covers here, old
Oh, I love it.
Woodstockers and stuff. But look, the Mimin.
Wow. Wow.
You
Okay.
can't bring
Alright.
that up here anymore, can you?
Well, it's still a thing.
look the other back cover here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny is you see some of that old artwork, you know, like I seen the one with the Japanese people, and then they give them the buck teeth and the whole
That is 2003.
Ah!
That's not old.
Yeah, Family Guy still does this
That's
stuff
not
today.
old.
You know, for whatever reason, people still think that this kind of stuff is still funny, and maybe it is a little.
Come on, really. No, I will say it from my perspective, my friend, as a German. Thank you to not
Sure.
be that exposed. As a German, right? As I mentioned before, how do you think 99% of people approach me wherever I come? Right? It's the first thing, and mostly you're compromised with, like, you're overdrawn, right? Now you can take that personal, or you can take that comedy wise.
Right.
I mean, people here where I live, as I'm in an indigenous part, they call me Guerrero. Guerrero means white face.
Wow.
So what shall I do? Shall I have a discussion about racism with them every day, right? When they hear I am a German, they do signs I would go to jail for when I do them in Germany, and I don't know what shall I do about all that?
The studio's got a point too. You know, people are just too soft and squishy nowadays. You know, there was a time where we would just laugh at this kind of stuff.
Exactly. I'm laughing
just
with
laugh
them.
it
I'm
off.
making jokes about
Right.
that, right? And I'm coming to the darker side of it. We have a lot of sarcasm going on, and
Right.
in the end, everybody goes left and right, and we had a blast.
Right.
Right? No problem. I will not get rid of that history, and I will not go and
One
explain
of my
it.
favorite memories growing up as a kid, we used to sit all at the lunch table at school, and we had a it's San Diego, California, so there was a diverse group of kids there, and we had Kai and Patrick, who were African American. You know, we had Omar and Dominic, who were Latino. We had me and Chemo, who were white boys. You know, Eric was Polish. You know, and Thomas was a Polish immigrant, so he was even more Polish than Eric was. You know, and you know what we did? We all told racist jokes to each other. You know, we would just rip on each other. You know,
Exactly.
and we would tell these horrible racial jokes to each other, and everybody laughed. Nobody said like, "Hey Kai, you're black, you can't sit here." We say, "Hey man, you Kai, you know what your brother got for Christmas? My brother's bike."
And if exactly.
Like, and everybody laughed.
And as far as I'm concerned about the motorcycle work, if you don't get harassed, you're not a part of the gang. That's that's what it is.
But nobody got in any fisticuffs. Nobody got upset about it. You know, shut up, pull up, you know, or be quiet, you Jew. And we all just laughed. Nobody got. You do it now, you end up in litigation.
Oh yeah. I just got it.
You know, the kids can't do it anymore. It'd be a hate crime the way we treated each other in school.
Oh yeah.
And back then it was just Tuesday.
And and we would have been exposed to the national press there,
right?
For sure.
And you know what? I'm still friends with all those guys to this day on my Facebook, and we still are tight, still talk to each other, and you know, nobody ever had a problem. But God, I've said some horrible things to those people. You know, and they've said some horrible things to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this what it is?
It is what it is, right? So what I turn to, for example, the lady here where I always do my little shopping in that little deli supermarket or whatever you want to call it, she always calls me white face, right? So, but we have an excellent relationship. So I went on and called her La Negra, the black one. She's not even black. I mean, she's Mexican, right? She's just, but I'm not white neither.
Right.
I'm something in between. You know? So, but what the heck? What's going on? We have an excellent relationship. We have a nice chat every single day. So there's a lot of respect, and it doesn't matter. Again, it's the same with the movies. It doesn't matter. When the writing is correct, it doesn't matter who the actors are.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. And you know, and quite honestly, it's like I saw a thing when people are like, "Well, when is all this racism and prejudice going to stop?" It's like when people stop talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's when it's going to quit. When people just don't even pay any attention to it anymore.
Yeah, but I think we have gone a long way.
We have.
In both of our countries, or European continent and the Northern American continent, we're not back in the 50s. In no way. In no way.
There's a subculture out there that's almost trying to act like it's worse now than it ever was.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have any idea.
The dresses are worth it, but and the cars, but the rest are right.
Well, moving back to some toys and stuff, Mike, you got anything to show us, or you still got something there, Larolo?
Yeah, whoever wants first. I'm armed up like hell.
You go ahead, Rolo. Actually, we'll go to Mike here.
Yeah, I mean, I got a few of these here that I'm gonna put up. They probably be the
Oh, cool.
Ouch.
And these are for sale?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on sale. Probably anywhere from $10 to $15.
Okay.
Like you got them, you got the
not shipping. Oh,
Juggy, that
Juggernaut. Is I don't have a Juggernaut.
Juggy's sweet there.
You got this weird Batman.
Oh, this one is cool.
Yeah.
Now, anybody listening here, you can find Manic Plastic Toy Shop on Instagram.
Way.
That's cool.
And that is the one that I want. I don't want the white one.
Yeah.
Sorry, she's not like that.
Beastman
with the accessories.
Yeah.
But where are you going? What is wrong with you?
I've got extras.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some Origin figures. You know.
Oh.
Yeah. These are cool.
I know. I just have a vintage Hordak, and he's without armor.
Alien.
Is that an original, right?
No, it's a NECA figure.
It's a NECA figure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just a few of them. Like I said, they'll be going up soon. Yeah, just a few things right now.
Do you know what, guys? I thought that a couple of times. None of us just like has enough stuff apart from. Continue, Mike.
Yeah, you good. You go ahead. I'm finished.
None of us has enough stuff just like apart from Joneser, who is a comic guy all in all, and also resells, right? But none of us has it. And I thought if we're coming together on one of our channels, just like once in a month, and do just like a live flea market.
Oh, I gotcha.
That would be that would be
a bad
great.
idea.
That would
or even
be
like a claim
great.
sale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like exactly. It's picking up more and more. I find myself watching these YouTube auctions, and it's easy. It's no fees, and we are within the community, so there is trust and everything built up, right? And
I
you
think
can be
most of us, like Mike, you're set up for either PayPal or Venmo or whatnot, and I'm set up for PayPal and whatnot. So I mean, I don't even think there would even need to be a trust factor or anything like that would even come into it.
We have PayPal here too, right?
And well, what I mean is like he'd be able to handle his own transactions, ship his own thing, but we could pool together to do the stream.
Like to give variation on it. And have everybody's expertise, because to be honest, there's a couple of people, and I don't include. I still learn, right? I still learn a lot from you guys, right? I told you that in Point of Comics, I want to learn from you, Joneser, right? So but I have my expertise, right? And maybe in other ways, and so is Mike. And if we get like a panel of 3, 4, 5 people, or whoever wants to participate, showing off like 8, 9, 10 pieces or whatever, I think that could be very, very interesting and very dynamic as well with the guys. And it costs nothing, right? There's no fees, no nothing.
Right.
You know, one thing I was thinking, you know, for guys with a bunch of inventory or stuff to sell, you know, especially Mike or myself, you know, do a partnered out stream where he'd show off some toys for a while and we'd get some prizes, see if people can claim, make him some money. And then I'd show off some comics and we just kind of flip. And then if people had pieces that they wanted to show off in the stream, like, I don't know what this is, can someone tell me what I've got here? You know,
exactly.
Like have some fun with it that way.
Also,
and then try to, because I'm a money guy. I'm always trying to make money, you know. And like anytime you can get the wheels of business turning, you got
again, Jones. There's absolutely nothing bad in having a little benefit.
Sure.
And also I want to mention, and this is something that I got as a comment, last week from my neighbor here that says, "All right, I want this action figure and this action figure from my collection, right?" And I said, okay, but this has this and that price. And he said one thing, you know what? My knowledge about that stuff is not like your knowledge. You have been out, you found it, you knew what it was, you cleaned it up, you polished it up, and now it's here. So why I will go and discuss with you about 1 or 2 cents, I'm happy to have it. And he's a good point there. Not everybody is a freak like us, right?
Right.
A lot of people want just one certain action figure or a series, and we can give a panorama, everybody in their niche, and being given an expertise, as you say. No, I have a figure. What do you say about that? Well, I guess that's. I have a comic. It's in that state or whatever. Right. What is your opinion about it? I think that could be a very, very dynamic format. And we can spin the channels, right, to benefit all the channels, right, within the community.
Absolutely, and everybody that's involved. I'd like to pause here for a second here, Rollo. I gotta run upstairs. I'm still stinted.
I know what you're talking about. That was my daily job.
We're gonna take a commercial break here quick, and then we'll come back, check out some toys from Mike and the rest of what you got there, Rollo. So everybody
how much time you got? I just begun.
I'm gonna
run, shut up and run.
Sounds good. See you in a bit.
All right.
We'll return after these messages.
Coming from the farthest reaches of the universe to challenge the worst villains on Earth are the most powerful heroes ever in the Battle of the Superpowers Collection.
Impossible. The Hall of Justice under attack. Batman behind bars.
New from Kenner's Superpowers Collection. Hall of Justice playset. Some assembly required. Vehicles and figures sold separately.
Use the trapdoor, Batman.
Brainiac's taken over the computer. Joker in the elevator. Evil forces joining for a final assault. Who can restore order?
Superman.
Can Superman save the Hall of Justice? You decide.
Land Shark.
The mighty land shark will have Mechanic for lunch. Yikes! And He-Man for dessert.
Land Shark vehicle, Skeletor, Mechanic, and He-Man figures each sold separately.
Help!
Land Shark. Land Shark.
Help! He-Man!
Land Shark. Land Shark.
Ever a lockjaw land shark?
Land Shark.
Land Shark vehicle, new from the Masters of the Universe collection, not for use with some figures. Action figures each sold separately. From Mattel. Secret Wars. Marvel supervillains are coming. Secret Wars. Can the Marvel superheroes stop them? Marvel supervillains and superheroes figures each sold separately. Here, Doctor Doom and the Doom Platoon. Magneto, Dr. Octopus. There, Captain America and the Champions of Freedom. Spider-Man and Wolverine. Secret Wars. The secret's out. Dr. Doom and Spider-Man from the Marvel Secret Wars collection. Other figures each sold separately. From Mattel.
New Mr. T, breakfast cereal. The cereal with the dynamite taste presents Mr. T, talk number 1.
Hello, Mr. T here, and today I'm talking school. Getting an education. You just gotta have it, kids. So study hard, listen to the teachers, and learn something new every day. You'll be a better person. And remember, do the best you can every day.
Mr. T, the delicious, crispy sweet corn and oat cereal, part of a good breakfast.
But remember, you need the whole breakfast to do your best every day.
They strike like lightning across the globe. A Cobra force more powerful than ever before, destroying everything in their path to get the raw materials they need to construct the ultimate weapon and rule the world. But standing in their way, the greatest fighting force ever assembled. Bigger, tougher, and more determined than ever to crush Cobra with awesome new combat divisions. G.I. Joe Battle Corps. We're gonna knock you cold. G.I. Joe Ninja Force. You'll be seeing stars. G.I. Joe Mega Marines. This fight's really getting ugly. And G.I. Joe Star Brigade. We gotta stop meeting like this. The lines are drawn and the forces of good and evil dig in for battle. And this time, the battle's bigger than ever. G.I. Joe! American hero! All the explosive action in Marvel Comics!
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
Attack the Autobot Commander! Call in a Decepticon leader!
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Transformers from Hasbro. To stop the evil Doomsday, you need a hero who's more than a man. Superman. He's been called the greatest, the strongest, the first among heroes. Superman. High-voltage villain Conduit is powered by kryptonite, but with Krypton cannon blasting, Laser Superman powers him down. Conduit will learn, don't mess with the S. Superman. It's the dreaded Doomsday, the most fearsome force in the universe. Even Doomsday will learn, you don't mess with the S. Superman figures each sold separately, blocks not included.
Stay tuned for the thrilling Dungeons and Dragons.
Look out!
Right after Saturday's Super K.
Oh, isn't that cute?
All right, welcome back, everybody. That was perfectly timed for me.
Oh yeah.
World Made of Cardboard's asking here, did Optimus Prime voice that He-Man commercial? Now, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I did not see said commercial. I had to take care of some business. There we got Optimus.
I guess
right,
he did. I guess
right
he
there.
did. Although this is Power Rangers here.
Yeah.
But this is also a piece that I found today, and it's fully functional. It's from the early 90s, 1992. It has this voice effect. I just need to change the batteries. I need to work a little bit on it. Don't forget, I just picked it up today. Right. But can you do me a great favor and make Susudio's last comment a little bit bigger, because I want to say something to that.
Was it this one?
I'll guess. Right now, yeah, it is that. Right? Look, Susudio. There is no alcohol-free beer existing in this world. There is no fat-free cheese existing in this world. And there is no and no ism existing in this world. No matter whatever anyone tries to tell you. Beer is made with alcohol, cheese is made out of fat, and human is made out of man and woman.
This has been a PSA from Rolo over there at Masters of Maniac, Mexico. We appreciate
Yeah,
your
I can
support,
afford
Rolo.
that. I can afford that here. Come and get me for that. Oh God, look, Dad, what I found here is quite interesting. It's what you call, it's a Mexican bootleg, but it is from the late 80s, and it is inflatable plastic, and it is from a series that I especially really loved, and that I really don't find a lot of stuff about it. And so I really, really like these two guys here.
Now, what are those? The little rhino or dinosaurs?
The dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs. And this is a blow mold.
Gotcha.
From the 80s here, right?
Was that the not the mama? Was it
Exactly,
yeah, okay,
exactly.
gotcha.
You're not my mama.
Yeah, you're not the mama.
Oh.
So I found those guys, and I found the son too. That is an 80s Burger King toy. You
Wow.
got this blow thing going on, and he's doing the air guitar.
Yeah, very cool.
That is cool. And here you have the proof. That's the big brother. The dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Not
So
the
I'm for-
mama.
You want more plushies, or you want some merch, guys?
Well, it doesn't matter to me, my friend. I'm probably going to continue this for maybe another 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll pull the pin on it.
All
Yeah.
right. So I'm just going to show you the most important things here. Two more pieces, which is a I think around 60s or 70s Speedy Gonzalez here.
Yeehaw, yeehaw, arriba, arriba, andale, andale. I love me some Speedy.
That is cool, right? And then I found this beautiful set.
Oh, cool. That is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That was my son's version of the Ninja Turtles when he was younger.
Yeah, it is from the 90s, right?
I want
I
to
still
say
need-
actually early 2000.
I
That was
still need
that
to
version.
investigate from it, right? I
Yeah.
don't know. As you know, I just came home, but it's in a perfect state. And as it has the pencil case and the back and all the Nickelodeon stuff on it, there's no buttons broken, nothing. This is
Right.
something that I would run around with. I know I'm crazy.
Very, very cool. Get you back up there.
All right, there you go.
Very
Go
cool.
back to the sewer together with and it's an original Nickelodeon with all the stuff, and it's in a perfect shape. Just
Oh, that is awesome.
it needs to be washed a little, but look that stitch here on the back.
Yeah, no, that was just checking that out.
Yeah.
That looks like my guy. I was a Raphael guy.
Yes. So I liked it, and I said I'm gonna take it, right? And I'll leave you, and then you get me off screen with a question.
Okay.
I bought something that I don't know what it is, and I bought it for the exact reason. It is
Oh.
weird. I really don't know what it is. So that is on you two guys. Just giving a proof about what we just theoretically said. What
Yeah, you know,
goddamn this?
I remember those, but I have no idea what that is.
Hey,
Oh, he's on it.
All
that?
right.
Oh, what do we got
Uh-oh.
here?
Vintage shirt,
Oh, that's a cool looking Frankenstein.
isn't it? Man and Machine Frankenstein.
That is awesome.
That is awesome, right?
Yeah, I'd wear the shit out of that.
Yeah, it's from a Mexican designer. It is made by the end of the 80s. The studio is also not existing anymore because the guy died, but he was really famous.
Okay.
So, well, this is not made for me, obviously. There's 10 Martins that fix into that shirt. Look, even it has a back print and says that, oh, my camera is so bad, but you can't
I can see it.
Yeah, you can see it. And there's a whole backstory about the construction of the machine and stuff like that, the man machine. And they call it the Beast. So I really love that shirt.
Oh.
I really love that shirt. That's something that, they don't do stuff like this anymore. Right? So I hope you find it, because I am curious.
Curious George. Or Curious Rolo this way.
Yeah. So what is that monster that says "love me"? Was that
I
made
have
for
no
the red
idea.
light districts?
Yeah, I have no idea. Did you find anything on that, Mike?
Hey, hold it up. I'll take a picture of it.
All right. Where is that monster? Right, I literally bought it just because I see it's an original. It says Monstars Rufus.
Let's see. All right, let's see.
It has a nicer face than me.
Rolando.
Hey, Rolando. The Magic Ranch is in the house.
No, I'm not pulling nothing up on that.
I think my sister had one of those.
It looks familiar.
It looks so familiar.
Yeah, that's the same that I found. Kind of. I don't know. That looks very 80s, but I
like
really
a
don't have
Monchichi or something like
yeah,
that.
I don't have an idea. I don't have an idea.
I
and
just
that's why I
pulled that
took it
out
with
of
me.
1980 something. You know.
Oh, I had a lot of Monchichis. They were very popular in Germany, and I loved them as a kid. So I had all the virgins. The same as with the Smurfs. I had a lot of Smurfs.
Yeah, I was a Smurfs guy. I had a lot. Jokey Smurf was my man.
Oh no, I literally loved them all. But I had the Cook Smurf and the Piano Smurf. I liked them the most when they came with accessories.
Yeah, I don't know what it says about me that I like the Smurf that was trying to blow everybody up with a fake.
So what's going on here, my expert guys? First try, first fail, or what?
Maybe.
Well,
maybe.
what's
I don't
going
know.
on here?
I'll have to look on eBay and whatnot, but I can't do this with the tools I'm dealing with now.
That's why you said you're gonna quit in 15 minutes so that you have a backdoor to get out of this number, right?
Well, no. I will PM you what that is. I'll put a bounty on it. We will hire people. We will find.
We will
hire people. It'll be an investigation. Bill's
So,
next
and that's,
show will be the
that's the
unsolved
last
mysteries.
thing,
What is Rolo's stuffed animal? We will get to the bottom of this.
I did this week.
That's wild.
That's supposed to be me and my dog.
Oh, okay. Very cool. So you paint that?
Yeah, I did.
That is cool.
Right. And the reason is that really, well, we're preparing for that for more than a half year. But starting with Tuesday, I'm going into the process. I really don't have an idea how I will come out of this or if I will come out of this. And this is a declared thing, right? Because it's all heavy stuff there.
Sure.
I will not be present for a couple of time. And if I don't come back at all, you don't worry. You will be informed. Everything is going to take hands off. And there's something for every one of you. And if there's somebody out there who wants some peace, just let me know. It's not the it's not the time to be very, very closed. It's the time to be very open. And on Tuesday, I'm going into the hospital. On the 15th is the first surgery set up. There's a set of 3 surgeries set up when everything is going good. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys did, and I hope to see you soon. I all love you, and you're tremendous guys. You just gave me back hold for more than 1 year. You built me up in situations where no one was there for me. Bill washed me my head, even if there is no hair to wash anymore when it was necessary.
Right.
And he picked me up on my feet, right? So I appreciate all and every minute. And I hope dearly and I pray that I'll got much more minutes in the future with you guys.
Well,
So with
I'll
that-
second that, Rolo. I really hope that we have just begun, But this is a great community, and these are a great group of guys, and I feel very privileged and lucky to have met you all when I had.
Yeah.
Nice. It is a great given community where people are not at first looking at their own interests, and you don't find that too much on the internet. There's so much hate. And I mean, once in a while we get some of these guys on our channels too, right? But they always like disappear after 5 or 4 minutes because the community makes clear there is no place here for that shit, right? We're not going to put nobody or anything down. We're loving people, and we're here
Right.
to talk about things that we love. And that's it, right? You might love a different thing. That's also absolutely acceptable, right? But here is no bad air. And what I find so amazing is that we never allowed that. And none of our channels is happening that. Look like a guy like Adam, for example. What a great community, right? What a protected guy, right? So it can be the opposite of what it appears to be, right? Like a lot of hate, a lot of enviousness. I don't know what. Here in that community, you don't feel that with almost no one. And if they go away after a couple of minutes because they see there's no place there. There's no place there. We won't pay attention.
Well, it looks to me like Gojatron has canceled the bounty on my
All
thing here.
right.
It looks like,
Who is surprised? Who's surprised about the man with endless knowledge that
Yeah.
says he is full of something?
Monsters Rufus was made by Ty the Beanie Babies Company.
All right.
Rolo also, or Goji also wishes you the best of luck, Rolo.
Yeah, and thank you for your nice wishes for my birthday, my friend. I just can repeat. I respect and love you all, and you will hear from me one or another way. Things are prepared.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely.
Right.
And I thank you for your friendship. You've been very generous with me from the very beginning.
Oh, you're a lovely guy.
I felt welcomed with open arms into this group,
Oh, yeah.
right away. And it was just neat to see people like that,
It's just like it's me being afraid getting beat off Bill. So if Bill gets me in his hands, I'm done. So I have to behave to a certain degree.
Bill, pretty big guy, pretty intimidating in person.
And he is knowledgeable, right? And he's
Yeah, I
in that
bet.
game like 15 or 20 years longer than me. So no, I
Yeah, I
know my
bet.
limits.
Yeah, I'm interested to if I ever get to meet Bill in person or whatnot. He seems like he'd be a big intimidating guy.
No, he is. He has a couple of rider videos on his channel. Go a little bit back. Last year, he did a couple of videos on his bike with Paula. And his bike is not a small bike, but it is a bike that appears to be a toy. Him handling it, right?
Right.
So yeah, he is a guy. He is a
Yeah,
complete
no,
guy.
Bill, it's all Bill's fault why I even popped into any of these live streams in the first place. I think I was
Just like
watching
all of
him
us.
and Grindhead, and Bill was like, "I want to talk to Jones," or "I want to talk to Jones," or send him a link. And then I was sitting on the couch with my wife, and I was like, "I don't even know how to do that."
I know I was in that stream. You
That's
said
right,
it.
that's right.
And I
Yeah,
know
I
that.
was like,
And I
okay,
was in
and
the
I
first
just-
live stream of our friend Bill as well. So I wanted to be a part of this so urgently. That's God given. I thank you for this 2 hours.
Oh, I
Very
thank you, my
cheering.
friend. I thank you.
Very cheering.
Mike, did you have anything left to show off here? Or?
I was going to show you this one. Can't believe this thing's like $150 on eBay.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of that, and I was a little embarrassed I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I mean,
it has a bunch of good artwork. It is so crazy. Yeah, absolutely cool series. No borders.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad book.
No, it's not woke at all. That's hard stuff. That's hard stuff.
Unless you got something to show off, Jonesy.
No, I've got my hands full just trying to be a producer here. So I'm getting a little taste of what Bill goes through.
Yeah.
But it's just a little, because Bill started with some sea monkeys causing the electricity to run his goddamn computer.
I went back and watched those.
Yeah, I did too. they're cool.
I guess they were just like, go sea monkeys, go. So I have a live stream now.
That's good.
Yeah. No, it's neat to see where we all started, or how everybody got the ball rolling for them. So, Mike, you started your business there, the Manic Plastic Toy Shop. How long ago was that?
I made a web page maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and it started off good. And then when the 2020 came around, you know what happened with all this business.
Yeah.
Killed it. So I decided to just go straight to Facebook and eBay.
Right.
I mean, I tried a few times, but no reason to be paying $60 a month on there when you're not selling nothing.
Right. You know, and that's the thing. You got to move items to make money. You know, and that's the hard thing with the wheels of business.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
There is
again,
a cheaper site called eBlueJay. It's fairly decent prices.
Yeah, but again, guys, maybe I'm too German in that point, right? We are a little different than you, although we picked up a lot of your culture in the last 60 years or 70 years, right?
Right.
And I still say people love to pay for knowledge, for a good professional advice, for picked out pieces and a reasonable price. And I still say there is absolutely nothing bad in us, including our great friend Bill, trying to make a little benefit out of this, right? So I want to be straight. I have 2 doctor titles. I speak 7 languages. I once was a well-paid guy. Now I got a sickness that doesn't allow me to work at all. So what shall I do, right? And I'm at a point that I cannot go to the city center even anymore. So what shall I do? Apart from that, there is nothing bad in that. There is nothing bad in looking for bringing in your talents and trying to help people to find the stuff that they love. And if there is $1 or $2 over it, well, that's not even supposed to be called business. That's fair enough.
Right.
Let's do that shit, guys. We have a lot of potential there. Bill has a death pile himself that is and there's a couple of guys even talking Jim. I'm sure that now that he moved in with his girl, that there's a couple of things that he has double or triple wise that he needs or wants to get rid of. And I think in his last life, he mentioned something like that even, right? So there is a couple of really interesting guys here that can provide the community in a positive way, not changing anything in our major program, but just making like once in a month flea market with interesting people or whatever, or as you say, claim sales or whatever.
Right. No, that's eventually where I want to get with the comic books. I see people do that on Instagram quite successfully all the time. They just put a little pegboard up, kind of like how I got my figures hanging up, and they just flip the comic on there and they talk about it, and somebody types claim and off it goes, and he flips another one. And
oh yeah. And it picks up a lot on YouTube. I don't know if you're aware of that, but it picks up a lot on YouTube, and it's not negative. And a lot of channels do these mixtures, and I
Right.
say it is also a good thing that we ourselves here obviously are all collectors in one or another niche. So it's always a little bit more than just selling stuff, right? We're not some bin grabbers or anything like that, right? We pick stuff that we like, and we
Right.
pick stuff that for a reason. Right, and we can, if you like it or not, that's a different thing. But we would be able to explain to you why we got that piece and why you would want to have it, right?
Yeah, you know, and that's probably to my strength and to my detriment that I buy stuff I like because it's to my strength because I buy stuff I like because I'm knowledgeable on it, and then it's to my detriment because I never want to let it go.
Yeah, they call that collector sickness, right? Or disease, even. It's the same
Right.
happening over here.
Right.
Theoretically, we are all plastic millionaires, but practically we're nothing because we never bring it to the market. So if you never make it valuable,
Right.
it doesn't
I know.
matter what price tag is on it on eBay.
My wife gets me with that one all the time. I'll buy a comic and I'll get a good deal on it. I'll be like, "Oh, this thing's worth $50. I got it for $10." She goes, "Yeah, when are you selling it?" And I was like, "Never."
yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I got these discussions here all in all, right? And I say, one day you're gonna be happy when you have all that. And the answer that I get, I said, when you're gone, that stuff is gone too.
Right. No, I know. I think I don't think my body will even be cold yet. My kids will already have it all listed.
Yeah, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Well, I mean, they don't. I mean, Lyric might care about it, but my other boys, they're
But
not.
I'm looking more strange at my wife right now, asking me questions about some plastic figures and their values than I did before. Right? Why do you want to know about that?
Right. Right. So that way they know which ones are did not let go for however much or whatever. Like I had nightmares of my wife selling my comics for what I said I paid for them.
I'm very German. My list and my worth and everything is settled in Austria with our dear friend Burley, also a friend of our community here. She is she overtook like the role of my sister, and she's in charge with all the legal things. As she speaks a lot, perfect English. She has been working in custom relationship with the United States for more than 20 years.
Okay.
And so she knows what to do, and she know what is what. And Bill will be very surprised because he will get a goddamn collection, not of only one vest, but 3 vests that I wore all over the years.
Right.
Oh, it's going to be very expensive. It's all fucking leather. I don't wear denim. I'm a leather guy. Hey, Boba, what's going on? It's late in your country. We got an Irishman here doing the job on the last second.
Hello there, Boba Hicks. Well, I'm fixing to end the stream here in probably the next 5 minutes or so. So
Exactly.
You might have to watch the replay here if you're interested and help Bill get some watch hours. I took over for him today. Which
No,
was,
that's not that. No. Here I have to intervenate. We're all here to help you, right, Joneser? We're all here.
Absolutely.
Boba, order 666, rewatch. And you might rewatch. No, Boba, it's an order. You have to rewatch. Don't come back if you don't.
It sounds like you got him.
All right.
You
You see,
watch the
that's very easy.
But yeah, Bill stayed up with me a little last night and showed me how to manipulate a lot of this producer stuff, because I mean, trying to slide into Vargo's role in a lot of this, I don't have that technical expertise or the knowledge. So, it's like I was like, as soon as he was like, "Hey, could you try to step in for him?" I was like, "No." I could be me. I can sit here and do what I do, but I can't do what Margot does.
No. I repeat,
Yeah.
you're a great imposter. You're a great imposter.
I'm learning. But yeah, pretty soon here we're gonna hear the little feeding the ducks music going, and we're gonna have to start wrapping things up here.
No worries, but it was a great time. Thank you again.
It was, and so we will start here with Mr. Mike. You have anything further you'd like to add to the show before we get going?
Nothing I can think of, but not right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will jump in for Mike here for a minute. If you want to buy anything, Manic Plastic Toy Shop, they are available on Facebook, Instagram. I got that right?
Yeah, I got an eBay channel.
eBay too. So Facebook, Instagram, and eBay. Manic Plastic Toy Shop. Very, very highly recommended. I myself have made some purchases recently. This guy's the man. So we got Rolo here vibing to the music. You got anything further you'd like to add to our broadcast, my friend?
Yeah, my neighbor is smoking strange things. I guess that affects me.
Well, I guess as long as he's sharing, everything will be fine.
Yeah, it's the air sharing it. I
Yeah, the air
cannot
sharing
resist.
So there you go. Well, folks, I had a blast. This was a lot of fun for me.
Thank you, Susie.
Thanks to Studio. Thanks everybody there in the comments for joining us.
We have a lot of great people on the street.
This was a lot of fun. So we will see you all in the next weird, fantastic toy adventure.
Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.